A very good morning to you from wherever you're listening across the world. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM. Check your time. It's 6:30 a.m. Time for conversation with Dayo and Tola. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola Teriba. Good morning.
All right, it's the second day of the month of September 2020. Still in the mood of Nigeria's independence. It's October 2nd, but of course, according to our Minister for Information, it's a year-long celebration. Okay, so it was not carried over. It's just an extension. This is how it's supposed to be throughout the year, or it will be throughout the year, according to the Honorable Minister. Okay, so good morning to you from wherever you're listening. If you're joining us via Agility 92.1 FM or Okyogun 96.3 FM, it's the same program, Conversation with Dayo and Tola. That's because it's a radio network program coming to you live from the stables of the network of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. We're also live on social media platforms with respect to Facebook, facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, and Twitter at Oluyole FM. On those two platforms I just mentioned, we're streaming live, audio, visual, on those two platforms. So check us out on Facebook at Oluyole 98.5 FM and Twitter at Oluyole FM. On those two platforms, you get to watch us right here in the studio. If you do not have the luxury of watching, you just want to listen, okay? So even if you do not have the frequency, or you know someone who does have access to the frequency and may not want to watch, type this via text message to them: www.bcos.tv/listen. Even if they're under the ground, as long as there's internet there, they will hear us. Audio only. www.bcos.tv/listen. You will hear us live and direct from wherever you are. So check us out also on Instagram at Oluyole 98.5 FM, on Radio Garden, and the online radio platform Mixler, mixler.com/Oluyole FM. We're here again, as always. Newspaper review, top-notch analysis, and of course, you get to contribute. Okay, we promised something yesterday. You're expecting me to say it. Okay, I will say it. Okay, for our wonderful callers, let me allow Tola to say this one so that.
They are highly esteemed callers. Well, like Dayo said, we have a gift for you, and just a token. Recharge cards.
Hi. Okay.
Recharge cards. And
something for you to call us more.
To call us more. And, we'll state the modalities later.
So keep your fingers crossed. It's on today's show, not tomorrow's show. So get ready, okay? When it's time to call, you call. But it's not yet time. The two phone lines will be available. So just get ready, okay? All right. Second day of October 2020. We go straight to the papers. I have a copy of the Punch newspaper.
Yes, I have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
PDP governors tackle Buhari over attack on Obasanjo, Jonathan Yaradua. President says ex-presidents presided over Nigeria's near destruction, and Buhari regime divisive, leading Nigeria to extreme decay, says PDP governors. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
It also says, banner header of the Nigerian Tribune, Independence Day speech at the Banjo Yakasai, TUC PDP can Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, others knock Buhari. As our president says, it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than Saudi Arabia.
That narrative was not well thought out. Whoever inserted it didn't think it through. They said they were not going to say anything before, so they hurriedly put it together. But there are some things you just check, or if you are not sure, remove it.
Blame them.
Just remove that thing from, and all that. Just remove it. It's important. It's important. Very, very important. We have a breaking news. President Donald Trump and his wife
just
tested positive for COVID-19.
COVID-19.
He does not like wearing a mask. He He's this kind of person that he hardly wears mask. Wow. I think COVID-19 finally found a host. And you know he's over 70.
Wow. Well, the British Prime Minister was able to scale through. And we pray he scales through as well.
Well, we wish him all the very best.
Our prayers are with him.
All right. So that's it. We'll give you updates as it filters into the media. It's out there, CNN, Al Jazeera, everybody breaking it. President Donald Trump tweets he and First Lady Melania Trump test positive for COVID-19. Mr. President, we wish you all the best.
If he's, I don't know if he's asymptomatic or not, but if he's going to fall ill, if he has fallen ill, what happens to the presidential campaign?
Well, we'll see how his campaign managers decide to go through with it.
Oh, well, that's a serious setback.
I'm telling you, husband and wife. Well, we wish him all the very best and get well soon, Mr. President. All the best. Okay, we'll go back to the headlines.
All right. So have this one. Okay, we have this one. Buhari blames OBJ Yadra Jonathan for presiding over near destruction of Nigeria. Says contrived fault lines caused Nigeria's woes, and scores arrested as Nigerians protest. Amnesty International condemns arrest. That's on pages 2 and 8 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Right, and we have here Nigerians defy rally ban, protest tariff hike, corruption, others. That's on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper.
And on politics this morning, Bayelsa Adiri knows fate as appeal court rules today. That's on page 30 of the Nigerian Tribune. And on Edo election, Ize Iyamu considering legal action. Page 29 of the same newspaper.
All right, Independence, Obasanjo absent as Gowon Jonathan celebrate with Buhari. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
No, did Baba deliberately?
Somebody might have sent him that speech ahead of time. my opinion, my opinion. All right, that's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. Independence, Obasanjo absent as Gowon Jonathan celebrate with Buhari, and Baba might just be doing social distancing, distancing from Abuja. That could just be it. Okay, so we have federal government will complete $1.6 billion Lagos Ibadan Railway in December. Okay, it's now December. All right, Amici. That's on page 17 of the Punch newspaper.
COVID-19 was a credible reason not to have a
definitely
earlier schedule. So
definitely, but this we have it another date now that we can look forward to. December. All right.
Gunmen planning raid on Ekiti. Police warn. Doesn't sound too good. Page 26 of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. Federal government inaugurates survivor fund for 333,000 artisans transporters. That's on page 23 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay, more echoes from yesterday's independence celebrations. A Benue governor apologizes to Nigerians on Buhari's behalf. Commission Governor Autumn to give that apology. It's not too late for Nigeria to be giant of Africa.
Abio, it's not too late though. Not too late. We can still do it. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Discos obey NERC begin 14-day tariff hike suspension. That's on page 23 of the Punch newspaper.
Makinde leads democracy walk in Ibadan. Says things not totally bad for Nigeria.
There's hope. We have hope.
What the governor said was on BCS TV yesterday.
Yes,
he said it's not all bleak, and that we should reflect on our past and count our blessings. It's not all bad, and we still hope for Nigeria.
Thank you for Mr. Governor, at least, for deciding to speak to us and not to read a speech. I didn't say anything. I just stated the obvious.
And he didn't blame the past administration.
There's no point
for whatever
now.
Challenges.
There's no point. We voted you to do something, so do it. That's governance. I mean, fielding questions from people. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Feel their pulse. And don't depend on some aides sitting down telling you the prices of goods and commodities are dropping. That's the way forward. Let people talk to you directly. Nursing mother detained in Lagos hospital over 95,000 naira debt. That's on page 4 of the Punch newspaper. This thing is becoming common in hospitals. You can't pay, they keep you there. Wow. All right. And you also have Nigerian leaders only care about self-interest. The post emir Sanusi Lamido Sanusi speaking there. That's on page 10 of the Punch newspaper.
And on page 13 of the Nigerian Tribune, we have this one. Southwest Muslims reject Oduduwa Republic, says Muslim. That's the Muslim Ummah of Southwest Nigeria. And a call for Yoruba Republic, ill-motivated, devilish Southern Muslim youths.
Okay. Right. IPOB sit at home order records mixed compliance. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
2 injured in Abuja gas truck accident. Plateau governor confirms arrest of killers of traditional ruler. DSS operative 5 others. Police boss urges Oyo residents to embrace federal government's community policing initiative. Stories to do with security this morning.
All right, we'll do for a commercial break. When we're back, we'll take more headlines. Don't go anywhere.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th International Interdisciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at the International Conference Center, Lead City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 and above to apply for Women Business Ownership Program for the prize of up to $10,000 by Rachel Chanel Clark Globalization Program, USA. Secondary school girls aged 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual 5,000 naira, in person 15,000 naira, and for secondary school 1,000 naira. For registration, contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also contact bcosmajor@yahoo.com or visit BCOS Room 5, Iliakede, Bashorun, Ibadan.
So glad to know you're there. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola, coming to you live from Oluyole 98.5 FM. We continue with the headlines. Police allege bandits plotting to attack Ekiti. That's on page 10 of the Punch newspaper. Police allege bandits plotting to attack Ekiti. Wow. So something is being done about that.
Well, like it is like a gateway to most of those states, those troubled states.
Not Central.
Ekiti, Ondo, all the way to Abuja and on to
Ekiti to Kogi and all that. Wow. Well, and this is some warning. I hope they are not just warning people. I hope they are doing something about it.
I know these people seem to be knocking on our doors perpetually. They seem to be at the door already.
And they are consistent with it. Who do we call now? When police that is supposed to undo the thing is telling us that we should be prepared. For what now? All right. Well, police allege bandits plotting to attack Ekiti. Details on page 10 of the Punch newspaper.
UIVC race. Olayinka reacts to allegations of irregularities bias. Now, include general education for people living with disabilities in curriculum. Experts tell federal government. These coming from the education sector this morning.
All right, we have protest over zealous cop brutalizes Punch journalist. Commissioner of Police apologizes. That's on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. I saw the thing on social media yesterday. How can you? They attacked the guy and broke his head.
Wow.
Journalist covering. I was like, really? Clearly an overzealous policeman.
I know Nigerian policemen are always edgy when they see journalism. Sometimes trying to do their work. Probably the man was trying to take some photographs, and the policeman felt
that's his job anyway.
He felt uncomfortable with you.
Well, the CP has apologized, and I understand they've arrested the cop himself.
And the needful should be done, should be punished.
Definitely.
Nigerian girls' school enrollment retention rising, Buhari tells UN. And COVID-19, PTF says 27,000 travelers have entered Nigeria through Lagos, Abuja airports. Why are they telling us this?
I hope they are tracing them anyway. That's the most important thing. It's about tracing. If we can trace them, so should they? Because you remember, was it yesterday we read that some of them eventually tested positive?
I did not try to tell us we are on our own. I mean, giving us that information, like 27,000 have entered.
Kind of. So manage yourself, everybody now. Back to herd immunity. Shell to build gas pipeline in Oyo State. That's on page 17 of the Punch newspaper. We took this story yesterday. Mr. Governor signed an agreement, build, operate, and transfer with Shell to build a gas pipeline that will tee off here and help with the economy. I think it's supposed to last for about 15 years. That's a good one. Very good one. Well, I always tell people, anytime you are going to Lagos, look to your right. That's Shagamu interchange. Every company you see there that moved from Lagos or from wherever they are to that place is because of one thing. You see that interchange? Power does not go off. The whole axis and the big names. I mean, it's not advertised for them. The big names, manufacturing companies in Nigeria that you know are majorly there. There's only one reason why they decided to go to that place: power supply. And how did their governor pull it off? I think it was Amosun. He signed a contract with a gas company and they teed off the national gas pipeline to that place. So those guys, they produce or generate their own power supply there. In that place, that is one of the very few places in this country where power does not shake, as in it does not blink. So if you can achieve this in your state, very good.
Well, the governor, from his body language, has been quite passionate about power supply, but stable power supply.
Even if it will not be for the whole state, because some people might be thinking it will most likely not be for the whole state. But if you can get some locations that you are sure business guys that come with your industries, come with this, in this particular location, there will be no power failure. You've just solved a major problem.
And in any case, that's where the governor is coming from. That's his,
thank you. Even the SSG. Even the SSG, you know. So at least they are able to bring that in. Kudos. This is something that down the line, even before they leave office, we'll begin to see it working out. By the time they complete this, you won't need to tell those companies now. They will naturally gravitate towards there. Because they know how much they are spending on diesel. BSOS, we know how much they are spending. These are basic things that we just know. So it's a good one. A very, very huge plus for the Seyi Makinde-led government here in Oyo State. Shell to build gas pipeline in Oyo, page 17 of the Punch newspaper.
Our federal government approves implementation of new visa policy. Has to do with a new visa policy, new visa fees.
Okay. Sounds nice. Let's see. Economy stories before we go to sports. People have started sending message on Twitter. I must win today. You will win, don't worry. Okay, you are cited. Business and economy page of the Punch newspaper, page 17 precisely. Petrol comparing Nigeria with Saudi Arabia, ridiculous. TUC tells Buhari. Okay, and you have electricity consumers paid 1.27 trillion naira in 3 years, says Discos. And you also have federal government will complete $1.6 billion Lagos Ibadan Railway December, says Amechi. Without rails, roads won't last, says Fashola. And NCC lifts suspension on spectrum trading. Freight forwarders, others seek government support. That's all that story, the gamut of it, on page 17 of the Punch newspaper.
And confusion has struck us MSC Vika over 180,000 naira charges for empty containers. NERC orders discos to suspend service-based tariff for 14 days. Post-COVID-19, innovative financing key to closing funding gap for SDGs. That's coming from a top-notch banker, actually. The equities market ends September on positive run. Nigeria at 60, APBN provides solutions to Nigeria's challenges. All this from the business pages of the Nigerian Tribune.
Right. You have on page 8 of the Punch newspaper, withdraw soldiers, Rivers Monarch begs army. And you have 150 Gombe MDAs operate from rented offices. That's not good. It says the SSG. Eminent Nigerians move to end secessionist agitation. We have 2,500 delisted Cross River workers to be reabsorbed, says Ayade. And finally, Ojuku Varsity doesn't remit workers' tax deduction, says ASU. And finally, on page 8, Buhari accused of ethnic bias in Supreme Court judge's appointment. That's that on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
I made Agbola ISP deputy governor, yet he betrayed me. Akeredolu. Is that not fixed?
That's deep
for deputy governors.
That's deep.
According to the same, what's the name of the same agency that fixes salaries of public servants? Revenue Mobilization
RMFAC.
Yeah. Is there not something fixed for deputy governor? Is he talking about the extra attachments and allowances?
That's why I said it's deep. A lot of things are involved there.
In the country, ISP deputy governor.
EFCCO, ICPC, something must. When you say ISP, is that salary not supposed to be fixed? It's supposed to be fixed now. Okay. Oh, sorry, they have immunity. No. What am I even saying?
The way he put it, said it was well paid in order to make him comfortable in office.
Wow. The definition of well paid. I need to define it. Okay, all right. Mark Ban alleges attacks on herdsmen in Ebonyi. ETL is back. They found their voice again. Okay. Senate bill scraps AIB, proposes agency for transport accidents. And you have Imo reopens schools October 5. I inherited systematic corruption from Yedia Uzodima. How many days did the same year the Yedia stay in office? How many months? Yedia, that is up to a year. You should talk about your predecessor. You are from the same party. I mean, it's a systematic. Well, of course, we are not there with him. So, you might have his point. We are free to pursue legal option. Easy yamu. Yeah. Okay. Somebody is talking here.
Of course, the lawyers will very much at work at times like this.
They will make money too. I mean, that's why they are working. So, Bayelsa poll, appeal court decides judgment on Diri. PDP orders appeal today. That's on page 10 of the Punch newspaper. And El Rufai releases 25 prisoners, convert death sentences. Okay, that's about that from page 10 of the Punch newspaper.
I think in Nigeria, if you win an election, I think anything can happen. Posture of the Nigerian judiciary. If you win an election, you just have it at the back of your mind that this could last. It could last. It may not last.
I agree.
You just have it at the back of your mind.
I
And
totally
prepare
agree.
for any eventuality.
Anything can happen. The court may just decide to, decide for the people. So,
and we've seen that happen quite a number of times.
So even if you won the election, you better don't sleep. Go get your lawyers ready for suits and counter suits.
All right, sports. Saka gets England call up at last. Musa Eagles officials leave for Austria. NFF to boost Real Madrid academy, and also have this one. Benue honors Odega Onazi.
Okay. So Bukayo Saka finally. Bukayo.
Finally.
You decided to play for England and you forsook Nigeria. What do I know? We wait for Boluaji. Saka, can you imagine? The boy said, I'm honored to get England call up. Kai. Bukayo. I will tell your daddy. I'm sure the daddy knows already. Igalo's 10,000 euros transfer money with sports ministry. That's Osun United. A State House of Assembly continues probe today. Okay. All right. And you have Eagles ex-international celebrate Nigeria at 60. Okay, that's about that. From the sports page of the Punch newspaper. Time check 6:58 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. It's time to take your comments. We read one story. Can we just take one or two stories? We'll open the phone lines finally.
Basically, the independence.
Mr. President's speech, which some people listen to. In fact, we played it. We connected with the speech right here. Okay, let's take that story.
Independence Day speech at the Banjo Yakasai TUC PDP can others knock Buhari as president says it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than Saudi Arabia. Various individuals and groups dissected the Independence Day broadcast of President Muhammadu Buhari, with many Nigerians particularly knocking the president for comparing oil price with that of Saudi Arabia while attempting to justify the recent petrol price hike. Buhari had, during the speech, listed how much countries in Africa and even Saudi Arabia pay for petrol, pointing out that those countries pay higher for the commodity than in Nigeria. Buhari said in the speech, petrol prices in Nigeria are to be adjusted. We're still now at 161 naira per litre. A comparison with our neighbors will illustrate the point. Chad, which is an oil-producing country, charges 362 naira per litre. Niger, also an oil-producing country, sells a litre at 346 naira. In Ghana, another oil-producing country, petroleum pump price is 326 naira per litre. Further afield, Egypt charges 211 per litre. Saudi Arabia charges 168 naira per litre. It makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than in Saudi Arabia. Now, an overview of the entire speech by several individuals and groups was that the president's speech was largely uninspiring and failed to signify the course of progress moving forward as a nation. Independence Day speech at the Banjo Yakasai TUC PDP can others knock Buhari as president says it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than Saudi Arabia.
Even if you want to say something, there's a way to say it. Telling Nigerians it makes no sense. I don't know who put. Well, actually, on Twitter yesterday, a particular name was trending. Special assistant to the president on digital communications, Tolu Ogunlesi. It was his name that was trending. That it must have been Tolu that wrote that. Because I was like, didn't somebody go through this speech before pushing that old man to go and be saying those things? Can you be telling people it makes no sense? It sounds condescending. And I've tried to even ask, even people who belong to Mr. President's party, some of them who could not shy away from the truth were like, no, You don't say things like this in a time like this. Even if you will say it, there is a political way of saying some things now. You be diplomatic. Even when you are doing nothing, you say you are doing something. But not that you now tell me to my face that, it makes no sense for me to, allow you buy for cheap price. After all, some people, you are comparing Nigeria with Saudi Arabia. What's the standard of living in Saudi Arabia? What's the minimum wage?
Even at that, those other African countries, but the value of the naira. I mean, you are comparing the naira equivalent of what they spend to buy fuel pumpers in those countries. Now, what's the value of the naira at the moment? Well, for me, it was the same old rhetoric, even in trying to justify the increment in pump price of premium motor spirit. Now, well, like I said, if Saudis pay more for fuel, the standard of living in that country is commensurate with what they pay. I think the government should build the kind of living standards available in Saudi Arabia before they begin to ask Nigerians to pay what the Saudis pay for fuel.
Exactly.
Now I remember, well, I've not been to Saudi Arabia, but definitely research.
And we have plenty of allergies here.
And hearing from people who have been there, there's a particular brand of soft drink, an international brand. I wouldn't mention the name because of commercial and all that. But that particular brand of soft drink, a bottle, since when I was a boy, a bottle has sold for $1 till this moment.
When there's no inflation. It's as simple.
So when you're now comparing that kind of economy with us, I mean, it's like asking Nigerians to pay more for bad roads, poor power supply, unemployment, crippling and endemic poverty. Now the president is talking about countries where the provision of basic social amenities are no longer the campaign points for the next election. Of course, citizens of those nations would gladly pay more for fuel when they are getting value for their money. Talking about countries like Saudi Arabia, they are getting more in terms of social and welfare services. And well, if you are blaming OBJ,
I'm telling you, serious bug passing.
Well, I think maybe we should take that story.
PDP governors tackle Buhari over attack on Obasanjo, Jonathan Yaradua. You have this on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired on Thursday, justified the recent increase in the price of petrol in the country, saying it made no sense for the commodity to be cheaper in Nigeria than in Saudi Arabia. Buhari, who said this in the nationwide broadcast to mark the nation's 60th independence anniversary, gave an indication of further hikes in the price of petrol and blamed his predecessors between 1999 and 2015 for near destruction of the country. Now, the opposition People's Democratic Party and the PDP governors said Nigeria was not only going backwards but also more divided under Buhari. The president, in his speech, defended the recent petrol price hike. He said a responsible government must face realities and take tough decisions. Petroleum prices in Nigeria are to be adjusted. We sell now at 161 naira per litre. A comparison with our neighbors will illustrate the point. Chad, which is an oil-producing country, charges 362 naira per litre. Niger, also an oil-producing country, sells 1 litre at 346 naira. In Ghana, another oil-producing country, petroleum pump price is 326 naira per litre. Further afield, Egypt charges 211 naira per litre. Saudi Arabia 168 naira per litre. It makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than in Saudi Arabia. He also claimed that with scarce resources, I'm doing better than my predecessors. Buhari boasts.
Wow.
He specifically blamed those who were in charge of the country between 1999 and 2015 when he took over, saying they presided over the near destruction of the country. PDP governors tackle Buhari over attack on Obasanjo, Jonathan and Yaradua. With due respect to everybody who has been in charge of this country between 1999 till date, if you tell me to bring one of them back, I will bring back Obasanjo. My opinion.
Wow.
My opinion. Seriously. with due respect to all, including the person in charge right now. If I have the opportunity of saying, can I close my eyes and say somebody, yes, he has his shortcomings, but really and truly, that man left office with Nigeria not owing a penny. A penny, despite the, do you know the low cost years of the military regime? And so, you spent 5 years in office. Several things have happened. rather than take responsibility, the next thing is those people who have been there. Is the 16 years? Is it 16 years now? PDP. I say now. Those who have been there between 1999 and 2015, they are the ones that destroyed the economy. That is why we have been unable to fix it. Really, after 5 years in office, someone needs to start taking responsibility.
Some people, some analysts would actually blame Baba Obasanjo for paying back our debts. Well, the analysis was that you don't pour water into an ocean. That these nations, of course, they know that definitely that Nigeria would continue to slide down and that they were for debt servicing this particular school of thought.
Now, let's just imagine he didn't pay back, Tola. Let's just imagine Obasanjo never paid back those debts. Plus the ones we have borrowed now. Will Nigeria even be existing right now?
Well, the argument is that there would have been no reason to borrow more if we had used used the loans we got properly.
Nigeria, this same country. Well, I wish I don't have to face any of those people who push such ideas.
Well, by and large, like you said, the current government has been 5 years in the saddle. And if you are blaming OBJ, Yadua, Jonathan for the nation's woe, well, what's your personal opinion here? I've really not seen much correction of the perceived or authentic ills of the past. If anything, it will appear as though the drive downhill in reverse gear has been much more rapid. And again, the president's speech did not hold much messages of hope or the essential balm to soothe the pains of Nigerians. SMBLF and others said that the speech was rather uninspiring. It would rather seem like a lesson in what went wrong in history, but an unimpactful lesson, I would say, because lessons are supposed to hold solutions and offer a guide to avoid the shortcomings. Being highlighted, but far from it, it rather appears like you must first of all begin to understand that some people, for us not getting it right, that some people are responsible, and in 5 years, 5 years and definitely is not enough to correct the ills of the past. So that is what the president is actually trying to tell us.
Saudi Arabia built a standard refinery in 3 years. Within these 5 years that we just spent, I think they have two refineries, standard refineries, 2, and then one was attacked by whatever, all these terrorist agencies, and was fixed within 6 months. During these 5 years that we just mentioned here. So it's a function of what you choose to devote your attention to. I'm not saying that the Buhari government is bad. No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, please take responsibility.
And it should be about moving forward.
Exactly.
Not about telling us what's went wrong.
We are no longer campaigning now. This is no longer campaign period. We are not saying they are bad or worse than no. But please, take responsibility. You were voted into office to do something. Stop pointing fingers at those who had gone.
And talking about pointing of fingers, I also want to go a little further back in history. Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Imagine if that kind of catastrophe, the atomic bomb attack, God forbid if it had been Nigeria.
For 100 years we keep referring to it. It's because of Hiroshima. That's why we have not. Come on, those guys have moved on, and they are doing very fine, very, very fine. I mean, the automobile industry, remove Japanese vehicles, what will remain? These guys are moving. They didn't sit down sulking and crying and said somebody dropped the bomb on our. Really? Well, let's open the phone lines. 090-250-38006, 080-550-09850. I can see people have put 4 different phones on the table getting ready to attack us. Just hold on. Then I want to give them the instruction.
Okay. Like we said, there will be gifts this morning for your highly esteemed listeners. Now, this is how it goes. The first 12 callers that are able to reach us on phone you'll be getting a token, a recharge card. An appreciation for staying loyal to Oluyole FM and for choosing to tune in and listen to us. It's part of our special Nigeria at 60 Independence Anniversary package. And also the first 3 contributors were able to read out your contributions on the social media. So that's the way it's gonna go this morning.
All right, you've heard it. Get your phones. 080-5500-9850. It's not 100 naira, not 400 naira chat card. In fact, it's not 300 naira chat card. Don't mind me. He didn't send me. 080-5500-9850.
It's actually the first 9 callers on the phone.
Okay, so first 9 callers on the phone and 3 contributors on any of our social media platforms. I can see several people already queuing up here. So who is our first caller and first winner on the phone?
All right. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
May the Lord bless you.
Amen.
This is not the time. We are going to be...
Please stay away from your radio set, sir. Okay, right. It's okay now. Go ahead.
All right, sir. Please, you don't need to be engaging fear. The person on the line now is the Mr. Michael.
Okay, from where, sir?
Odija.
Okay.
Please, we have to hit the nail on the head. We are Nigerian. If we are okay with the look of things, we know. If we are moving forward with the shape of the whole thing, it will show. This program is for the public. We are celebrating now.
Okay.
We know the age of our country. From when we said we have independence. Is it indeed independent?
Please stay away from your radio set, sir. We can hear that feedback.
With the look of things now, and we call this independence. So please, when you are addressing issues, address it publicly. Address it the way it should be.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, caller. Mr. Falodu, nice to have you. Go ahead. Mr. Falodu, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I would like to support attending to the Republic. Who gave them the mandate in the partisans? We knew how Baba Gassi and do Afenifere. We knew how Baba, the line of Jebubo, Baba had do Afenifere. You should be very careful of a job. Yes, they are not respecting people. So much not in that generation of his name, with his name and his party. And he wants. And there's no contest election. Stop using Yoruba name. Thank you, good morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Falodu. We'll do for commercial break. When we're back, we'll take more calls. Don't go anywhere.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th International Interdisciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at the International Conference Center, Leap City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 and above to apply for Women Business Ownership Program for the prize of up to $10,000 by Rachel Chanel Clark Globalization Program, USA. Secondary school girls aged 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual 5,000 naira, in person 15,000 naira, and for secondary school 1,000 naira. For registration, contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also contact bcosmajor@yahoo.com or visit BCOS Room 5, Iliakede, Bashorun, Ibadan.
So glad to know you're there. Still conversation with Dayo and Tola. We'll go back to the phone lines. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Tunde from Oshogbo.
Mr. Tunde from Oshogbo, nice to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I do enjoy your conversation every morning.
Okay.
And I used to try my best to call him, but network at times, and maybe many people will want to like call him. So at times I go online, I go on social media to make my contribution. So as for our president, what he said in his Twitter handle, is very unfair. You understand? But I am glad so many people have replied him in a very in a way that it's not an annoying way, because I went through all those.
You can't even insult the president.
The reply, I could see that many people replied him in a very
civil manner,
so that now. So and I pray for our country. Our country will be better in Jesus' name, and we will be witnesses. You understand? So when you get back that Nigeria about that.
Amen. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Tunde from Oshogbo. Right. We'll get back to you. Your phone line ends with 957.
Exactly.
We'll reach out to you. Thank you so much. The phone lines are open. Someone is here?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Concerning what you are talking, I'm not surprised. What do you expect from Buhari?
Oh, your name, sir?
You expect much. If you have to say, you have said the right thing. If I'm to close my eyes and break somebody that it is Obasanjo. So, thank you. Good morning.
You didn't tell us your name, sir, and location.
My name is Tunde Oladokun.
From where, sir?
From Okeo.
Okay, nice to have you. We'll get back to you. Thank you so much. You are our fourth caller today.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
4 more to go. Someone else is here.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sounds like Yamasura.
Congratulations, you are our 5th caller. Nice to have you. Go ahead with your comment, Yamasura.
My first one is that I want to thank
Okay.
That's what it should be.
All right.
I want to comment about the federal government.
Even though we can barely hear you, but we've gotten your number. Your number ends with 861218. Thank you so much, Yamasura. You might need to call us back, but we already got your number. Don't bother. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, sir.
We can hear you, sir.
We are with you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
My name is Abi. I'm calling from Udo to local government in Osun City.
Wow. Okay. Nice to have you, sir.
Please, on the issue of Muslims condemn the Ududua Republic, we cannot continue to stay in wilderness, whether they reject or support. I know God's will must be done. Thank you very much.
Hold on, sir. Mr. Abbey, you are calling from where again?
Is that Odotin, I believe?
Okay, Odotin. Do we have his numbers?
Your number ends with 781.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you so much. We really appreciate you, Mr. Abbey from Odotin. We have about 2 or 3 more numbers before we're done. Okay. Who will be the next person? Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. D and T.
Good morning, sir.
This is Alaji Lankan from Oluyole.
Alaji, nice to have you.
Okay. Bandit possession on Ekiti State. For protection of life and properties, Ekiti should not rely on police if they don't want to be consumed.
So what should they do, sir? Amatekun?
They should go for personal security.
Wow. Okay.
On the independence speech, what is independence speech, especially on the justification of hiking petroleum prices, this is his comparison with Saudi Arabia, Ghana, and the attack on the nation is more of an hate speech.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
On COVID-19, sir.
Yes, sir.
This COVID-19 is no respect of anyone. I wish President Trump and his wife quick recovery.
All right.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you so much, sir. Alhaji, your number ends with 852.
852.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll get back to you. Okay. We can still take one more call. Oh. Someone here?
Lost that one.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
This is Abayomi from Aroro.
Okay. Aroro, which one? Is it Aroro Makinde in your state?
This morning.
Okay.
You know, it's like it's very obvious now that when people don't have solution to problems, they'll be shifting, blames from here and there. And that is exactly what we are witnessing in Nigeria now. So it's my prayer that these people will realize what they are doing, and they will come up with exactly what would benefit this country.
Okay.
So that is just my contribution.
Thank you so much, sir. Your name again, sir?
Abayomi from Aroro.
Okay. Thank you so much. Your number ends with 6416.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We'll get back to you. Okay. We'll take a break from the phone right now. We have just one more call to pick after this. So we'll go to the social media. Adeoti Kunle S on Facebook saying, good morning, Mr. Dayantala. Kudos to President Buhari for his Independent Day gift, saying it makes no sense for oil to be cheaper in Nigeria than Saudi Arabia, which also makes no sense for minimum wage in Nigeria to be lesser than Saudi Arabia. Likewise, the price of the commodity to be lesser in Saudi than Nigeria. Okay, thank you. He said it's like adding salt to the wound of Nigerians. Wow. Okay, Mr. Adeoti Kunle S, I just liked your comments. Send me a direct message on Facebook. Okay, thank you so much. Otumba Fadeyi Adeolu Cornelius, these are our regulars anyway. Good morning, dear auntie. PMB should stop all this blame game. It should do its part and leave the comments on PMS price comparison to other countries. This is totally unacceptable. That's Mr. Fadeyi Adeolu from Okaka. Thank you so much. We'll go back to the phone line and pick our final winner for today.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
This is Dayo from Okeo.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
It's a pity that we do not have caring leaders. When you are comparing Nigeria to Saudi, is that fair? The road network there, social amenities there, the employment there, everything there is great, and you are comparing it. As a result of it, I've gotten nothing to do for us because it is and it is unfair. Let them take note and remember that whatever you do, you will need to do later. Well, on our amiable governor in Oyo State, in Nehemiah of our own time, we led people out yesterday walking freely with people jubilating. I watched it on the television. I'm proud to be a citizen of Oyo State. We are donated with those salaries for the whole year. Please don't say no. To those that are owed to.
All right.
What you call this pension that are owed and the gratuity. That's the Nehemiah of our own time.
Wow. Okay.
The government that is paying regularly, that's the Nehemiah of our own time. I pray that God will continue to bless him and to prosper him.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. And you are our final winner on the phone line for today. So we already have 9 winners. We'll reach out to you directly. Okay, but the phone lines are still open. Please do well to still call us. The management might tell us to still give you something, so please don't give up. Okay. All right. We have someone here already. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Doctor. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, nice to hear your voices, guys.
All right.
Well done.
Yes,
happy Independence in Arias.
We
pray that this celebration will bring us through freedom in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Well, I just want to first of all thank my amiable governor, the God-sent Messiah to the Oyo State people. May God continue to bless him. I'm always proud of him every time. I had him all through yesterday, and I tried all possible best to get through to him, but, well, I was happy to hear his voice. Okay. I pray that God will continue to help him. About the gas plant that is making, like you said, that is planning to, that he has signed the MOU with Michelle. That's going to be a huge addition to your state. And I pray that God will help him to carry it through. No saboteur will break his plans on that. About Baba Buhari's speech. Did you get to read Jeff's speech on Twitter? Because people made a lot of comparison between both speeches. What Judge was telling us is going to be okay and all that, Baba was laying blames on people. This goes to tell us exactly what plans they have for us. Like you said, Nigerians are on OYO. We should just continue to pray to God to bring better days.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And about Keredolu saying this deputy governor, he made him to earn the highest salary as the
That's what he said.
Governor. Well, I think, like you said, we need the services of EFCC and ICPC.
Okay. When they are out of office.
Their salary should be fixed.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much,
man. What is that about the salary being the highest?
Okay. All right. Okay. We have to let you go. We are out of time. Okay. We already have winners on social media. I'm already reaching out to them, and you will get our message. The 3 winners on social media. A very big thank you to everyone who made it a date with us today. Thank you so much. I know it's been a battle on the phone line. Thank you so much. Till tomorrow when we come your way again, I remain Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola Teriba.
Up next, Spotted Beats. Don't go anywhere.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Not the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatusu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
Listen all you want. It's always free. Thanks for showing us the way to better radio.
Oluyole 98.5 FM.
Here we go. morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Yes, time check at 7:31 a.m. And of course, you already know that it's time to talk sports once again on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the Trailblazer, the pride of the nation. Of course, you know that we are the best in the West. Boluwa Jogma is here once again to bring you up to speed with all the happenings in the beautiful world of sports. I bring you the latest, the hottest, and of course, the juiciest news making it rounds in the beautiful world of sports. A number of grounds to cover this morning, and of course on the show today I was starting by celebrating Nigeria's 60th independence anniversary. Yes, by taking a look at some of Nigeria's golden moments in the world of sports. Of course, I'll be taking into consideration landmark performances at world and Olympic stages. Well, let me kickstart from 1960 this morning, November 30th, where a certain boxer, Nigerian boxer Dick Tiger, won the middleweight championship of the British Empire by beating Canada's Wilford Grievous by knockout in the ninth round. Tiger defeated America's Kenny Foreman in San Francisco to become the WBA champion in 1962, and in 1963, the following year, he became the WBC middleweight champion and retained his WBA belt after beating Jen Foreman by knockout in the seventh round at the Liberty Stadium here in Ibadan. Yes, once again, Liberty Stadium here is Ibadan. That stadium is actually an iconic stadium in Nigeria, hosted a heavyweight bout that very year in 1963, and in 1965 Dick Tiger regained his WBC and WBA belt, which he had lost in December 7, 1963 to Joe Bidello at Atlantic City, New Jersey. He defeated Guidello in New York to regain his crown once again. Yes, from Dick Tiger in 1960 to 1963 to a great athlete, police woman. His name is Chioma Ajunwa, who made history as the first and so far only Nigerian to win an individual gold medal at the Olympics. The former national football player achieved the feat 24 years ago in Atlanta, Georgia, United States of America, where an incredible 7.12 meter leap in her very first jump in the event fetched her the indelible gold. She also became in the process the first Nigerian African woman to hit the 7-meter mark in the event, and the first black woman to win a field event medal at the quadrennial games. Well, from Chioma Ajunwa, still taking a look at Nigeria's golden moment in sport from 1960. Let's talk about one team that keeps doing us proud since 1985, the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. Let me take you through their victory and the times they've actually made us proud as Nigerians. Nigeria defeated Germany 2-0 to win the inaugural FIFA Under-16 tournament in China that year in 1985. It is the first time a team outside Europe and South America will win a major global event. On the 4th of September 1993, the Golden Eaglets once again defeated Ghana 2-1 in the final in Japan to win the FIFA Under-17 World Cup for the second time. And in 2007, once again, it's still the same Golden Eaglet team. 2007, September 9, they defeated Spain 3-0 on penalty shootout in the final to win the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Korea, which was their third. And once again, 2013 in UAE, same Under-17 side Golden Eaglets proved to be another celebration of football for Nigeria as the Golden Eaglets overcame Mexico 3-0 in the final on the 8th, to be precise, of November 2013 to claim their fourth trophy in 2015. Nigeria once again became the first country to win the FIFA Under-17 World Cup for a fifth time in Chile after beating fellow West African nation Mali 2-0 in the final. Well, still taking a look at Nigeria's golden moment in sport, celebrating Nigeria and at 60. Let's talk about Scrabble, where a certain Wellington Jihiri, born in 1982 in Delta State, the professional Nigerian Scrabble player, won the inaugural edition of the WESPA Championship in 2015 to become the first African player to be crowned World Scrabble Champion. Also, Sunday Bada, back to athletics. Bada won Nigeria's first global individual track and field title in 1997. He won the 400-meter title at the 6th IWF World Indoor Championship held inside the Palais Omnisport de Paris over there in France. The policeman now late ran a new 45.51 Nigerian and African record to win gold that very time. You also want to look at Oluyole Fashuba's feat as well, not to forget the most popular golden moment in Nigerian sport back in 1996. The Dream Team under 23 side won gold medal in the football event of the Atlanta 96 Olympics, and it will actually happen to be the first time a team outside Europe will do that in 68 years. Nigeria also puts an end to Europe's successive victory since no European team has won. We can go on and on, but of course at this moment we've got to move on the show today. You won't also forget the feat of Bash Ali, yes, and of course Davidson Ade, not to forget Ijoma Egwene, also Samuel Peters, also all in the world of boxing. There are people who have done pretty well for Nigerian sports in the past 60 years. Alright, let's take a couple of stories this morning, and starting from Kwara this lovely morning, where General Manager of Kwara United Football Club Bashiru Badawi believes that the Harmony Warriors are ready to go again when the 2020-2021 MPFL season kicks off yet to be announced date. Bash, a former general coordinator of Rivers United, said that they have been able to sign high-profile players, and this has given him much confidence that the team is destined for greatness when the season kicks off. Well, talking about the coach of the side, Abdullahi Bifo, he also says that his priority is to build a formidable team that will be capable of securing a continental ticket by the end of the season. The former Abia Warriors gaffer expressed optimism that he would inculcate a winning mentality in the players, which will improve the club's fortune before the season starts. Alright, from Ilorin, let's straight to Osun this morning. Well, issues brewing in Osun State as regards a certain 10,000 euro are paid to Osun State for the transfer of Odion Ujud Igalo from his Chinese side, Shanghai Shenhua, to Manchester United back in January. Well, what does FIFA rule says? Well, it says if a professional footballer transfers to another club during the course of a contract, 5% of any transfer fee shall be deducted from the total amount of the transfer fee and distributed by the new club as a solidarity contribution to the clubs involved in its training and education over the years. And Osun United happens to be the last club Igalo played for here in Nigeria, so they were actually paid 10,000 euros, and ever since that money, yes, has not been found. Well, has been missing, so to say. Yes, and of course, the State Assembly actually came up with a committee to investigate that particular issue. And on Wednesday, the committee sat. Yesterday, also the committee sat to actually discuss and, of course, investigate where that particular money went to. Well, of course, we'll keep our fingers crossed and, of course, continue to update you as regards that. But that's the situation for now. It was learned that the Osun State Commissioner for Sport, Yemi Lawal, was among those invited to the meeting at the House of Assembly during the week over the alleged missing money. Also, the meeting presided over by Adegbile were officials of Osun United, led by the Secretary Kapiru Adekunle and the Acting General Manager of Osun State Sports Council. Everyone involved have actually been summoned by the committee to explain that missing money. Alright, away from that, Tunisia head coach Mondia Kabir has named 27 players for his side's friendly fixture against Sudan and Nigeria. Captain of the side, Wabi Kaziri, Yusuf Maskani, Fajin Sassi, Mohamed Draga are some of the regulars who made the list. Don't forget that the Super Eagles will face African champions, the Sacred Foxes of Algeria, in a friendly game on the 9th of October in Austria before taking on the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia 4 days after that particular one on the 13th of this same month. Alright, away from that this morning, let's talk of French Open, where Novak Djokovic continued his dominant start to the French Open with a ruthless straight set win against against Lithuanian world number 66, Rekazos Berankis, in the second round of the competition. Djokovic won that one 6-1, 6-2. And of course, it's no doubt that his favorite to win the tournament this very season. Still moving on the show. 9th seed, Denis Shapovalov lost a 5-hour, 5-set battle against the world number 101, Roberto Cabela-Sabena. Also, still talking the French Open, Dimitrov was also in action yesterday, and of course is also one of the favorites to nick this particular one. The female category, second seed Karolina Pliskova has been beaten in the second round by Jelena Ostapenko, who produced the display that is actually good enough for her to win another title after winning the 2017 edition of the French Open. Because of my time this morning, let me head straight to the world of football, where Nigerian duo of Alex Iwobi and Odionjo Digallo will face off in the quarterfinals of the League Cup after Everton were drawn at home to Manchester United in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. The Toffees saw over West Ham United in the previous round, with Iwobi notching an assist, while Ighalo, yet to get off the mark this season, started as United sealed their last 8 plays with victory over Brighton and Wolverhampton. The standout tie of the last 8 as a quarterfinal will see Manchester City taking on Arsenal Football Club at the Emirates. The Gunners yesterday progressed to the last 8. The quarterfinals with a penalties win over Liverpool yesterday. Of course, the game ended goalless in regulation time. Once the penalties, and of course, Arsenal came out victorious. And while they were still celebrating that one, they were told that they will be facing Manchester City. For City, they saw off Burnley to book a place in the quarter-finals. Tottenham, who defeated Chelsea on penalties in the previous round, are away to Championship side Stoke City, who have a former Super Eagles captain John Obi Mikel on their books. The Potters dumped out a Premier League side Aston Villa to make the quarter-finals. Meanwhile, Championship side Brentford's reward for beating Fulham is a home tie against Newcastle United. There you have the quarter-final fixtures that will be played on the 21st of December this very year. Well, moving on this lovely morning. Yes, the UEFA Champions League draw took place yesterday. In case you don't know yet, the team that your favorite club will face. Let me just take you through that this morning, as Odionjo Digallo will face compatriot Azubuike Okechukwu in the group stage of this season's UEFA Champions League, after Manchester United and Istanbul Başakşehir were paired in Group H. And the draws owed in Geneva yesterday. United are returning to Europe's Premier Club competition for the first time since 2018 and will also come up against last season's runners-up Paris Saint-Germain, who were knocked out in the last 16 of the competition. Okechukwu is currently working his way to full fitness from a lengthy injury layoff, while Ighalo has already featured twice for United this season, although his loan deal expires in January. Elsewhere, Premier League champions Liverpool were placed in a group containing Ajax, Atlanta, and FC Midtjylland. Quickly, let me take you through the draws from Group A down to Group H. In Group A, we've got the defending champions Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, RB Salzburg, and Lokomotiv Moscow. In Group B, we've got Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And in Group C, we've got FC Porto, Manchester City, Olympiacos, and Olympique Marseille. And in Group D, we've got Liverpool, Ajax, Atlanta, and FC Midtjylland. In Group E, it's Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar, and Rennes. Looking like a pretty easy draw for Chelsea there. In Group F, we've got Zenit St. Petersburg, Borussia Dortmund, Lazio, and Club Brugge. And in Group G, we've got Juventus, Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev, and Ferencváros. And in Group H, it's Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, RB Leipzig, and Istanbul. Well, away from that quickly, let's take a look at the awards doled out yesterday. But before that, let me go on this quick commercial break. When we return, we'll be talking about the UEFA awards doled out yesterday.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Now the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
Welcome back to listening to Spotted Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Alright, talking about the Men Award at UEFA yesterday. Player of the Year went to Robert Lewandowski of Bayern Munich. Coach of the Year went to the coach of Bayern Munich, Hansi Flick. Goalkeeper of the Year went to Bayern Munich's Manuel Neuer. Defender of the Year also went to Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich. Midfielder of the Year went to Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne. Forward of the Year went to Robert Lewandowski. While Nigeria's hopes of landing Bukayo Saka for the Super Eagles has been dealt a massive blow after the Arsenal youngster was caught up by Gareth Southgate for England's game against Wales, Belgium and Denmark this very month. While in Spain yesterday, Barcelona's new double act delivered once again as Lionel Messi and Ansu Fati led them to a 3-0 victory over Celta Vigo in the La Liga game played yesterday. Another La Liga games played yesterday. Atletico Bilbao lost at home to Cadiz by a lone goal, where Sevilla and Levante, actually Sevilla defeated Levante by a lone goal. And Barcelona yesterday completed the signing of Ajax defender Sergio Dest. The clubs announced that the transfer yesterday. Well, that'll be all on Spotted Bit this lovely morning. Yes, I must say very big thank you to everyone who's been part of today's production. And don't forget, lots of league actions across England, Spain, Italy, Germany, and of course France this coming weekend, most especially in England. On Sunday, Jose Mourinho and Tottenham will visit Old Trafford to face his former side Manchester United. We'll be looking forward to that particular encounter. And of course, Mary Akishala will be here tomorrow morning 7:30 a.m. to take you through preview of all the league games to expect this coming weekend. Once again, my name is Buluwaji Ogumola. Tomorrow morning, Saturday Breakfast Sport at 9 a.m. We've got a lot to discuss as regards Nigerian sport at 6. Till then, do have a lovely weekend and stay safe.
Oluyole FM 98.5.
Unbeatable. That's the BCS for you. Yeah, BCS TV. Oluyole 98.5 FM Ibadan. Agility 92.1 FM Ogbomosho. Okiogun 96.3 FM Alaga. For inquiries and patronage, please call 081-5271-9250. 081-5271-9250. That's the BCS customer care line for you. Do call BCOS, a media giant in a class of its own.
It's 10 minutes. The time is 10 minutes to 8 on Oluyole 98.5 FM. You're welcome to the commercial slot.
Papa John, I am afraid. Have you heard of coronavirus?
Yes, I have heard. But you can get it through contact with a person who may have the virus or live in an area with ongoing spread.
That is the problem. Before you know a person has it, you may have already gotten it.
That is why we must stop the spread.
How?
Do not shake anybody's hand and avoid touching people. Do not touch surfaces such as rails or stairs, public door handles, etc. In case you do, wash your hands properly with soap or use a sanitizer. Avoid crowded places and practice physical distancing at all times.
Physical distancing? What is that?
It means maintaining a 2-meter distance disease from the person nearest to you at all times. Most important, remember to wash your hands regularly with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing, going to the bathroom, or even before preparing and eating food. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth with unwashed hands.
Thank you, my husband. I feel a lot better.
Now go and wash your hand with soap and under running water for at least 20 seconds so you'll feel best. This message is brought to you by UNICEF Nigeria.
My guys know they look face. We know they hear word. But if we hear, I go tell your mama.
Why you know they wear your mask?
So, wear am for Male. Wear am for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Make you spread the message, no be the virus. Visit wearit4.me on top internet for more tori.
When next you need hotel accommodation in Ile-Ife or Lagos, think of Hilton Hotels, Ile-Ife, opposite High Court in Ile-Ife, or Hilton Hotels, 3 minutes drive from Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. Fully air-conditioned rooms, standby generators, standard swimming pool, spacious parking space, 24-hour PRG security with police. Our restaurants are at your service for delicious African and continental dishes, and our bar is fully stocked with assorted wine and cold drinks. Also, for your seminars and workshops, think of Hilton Hotels in Ile-Ife or Hilton Hotels, Airport Road, Ikeja, Lagos. Telephone 0805-677-7000 or 080-60-22-55-55. 080-60-22-55-55. Yes, Hilton Hotels, Ife or Lagos, a complete home away from home.
ẹ kú oríire àjọ̀dún òmìnira o. àgbáríjọpọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ọ̀gá iléèwé girama ancops nípínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ lábẹ́ ààrẹ wa pásítọ̀ ọ̀jẹ̀túndé abraham mojísọ́lá ní kí gómìnà ẹnjìníà ṣèyí mákindé kú àjọ̀dún òmìnira ọgọ́ta ọdún nàìjíríà. ẹgbẹ́ ancops àwọn olùkọ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àtàwọn òbí wọn gbogbo amọ̀rírì akitiyan gómìnà ṣèyí mákindé tí ní ẹ̀kọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ fi ń jò gerege sísanwó ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún gbogbo iléèwé lóòrèkóòrè ìwé kíkà òun àjakọ ọ̀fẹ́ gbówó òṣìṣẹ́ ń lọ déédéé níjọba yín tún sanwó ìdákọ́ńkọ́ fáwọn olùkọ́ fún ti lẹ́sìn ní àwọn ọmọ ss3. èyí ló wá mẹ́gbẹ́ ancops sọ pé gbágbágbá la wà lẹ́yìn yín o láti ṣàmúṣe àfojúsùn yín fún tètò ẹ̀kọ́ tó mú yányán. gómìnà tó lákòyàwó onífaradà gómìnà tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ dénú ní ṣèyí mákindé ṣe. àwa yín látúnjọfà ìkúdẹ́gbẹ̀ra lórúkọ pásítọ̀ jẹ́túndé abraham mojísọ́lá ààrẹ ancops nípínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀mẹ̀gbẹ́ lèmi kìlá ní múráìnà alukoro ẹgbẹ́ ní ẹ̀ṣẹ́ sà èmi yín á gùn ẹ ó ṣàṣeyọrí o.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th International Interdisciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at the International Conference Center, Lead City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 and above to apply for Women Business Ownership Program for the prize of up to $10,000 by Rachel Chanel Clark Globalization Program, USA. Secondary school girls aged 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual 5,000 naira, in person 15,000 naira, and for secondary school 1,000 naira. For registration, contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also contact bcosmajor@yahoo.com or visit BCOS Room 5, Lili Akede, Bashorun, Ibadan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, lórí ìkànnì Olúyọ̀lé 98.5 FM ilé akéde oríta bá sọ̀rọ̀ Ìbàdàn